Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Aries. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for July 2024. So let's get into it. I'm not going to go through. Oh yeah, our song of the day, "Meet Me in the City" by the Black Keys. When I was getting the cards together, this is what was playing, and it was interesting because the song before that previously had been the Black Keys too. They're from Ohio, so you could have some Ohio ties, or just like the Black Keys. And if you've never heard of them, go and check them out for sure. As we get started, make sure that you guys like, share, subscribe. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that little notification bell for all. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content. It's really important because it helps the algorithm. They switch things up all the time on here. So, and welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you. It's always great to have you back. I hope everybody's doing well today and, just ready for a good reading. So yeah, let's get into it. So meet me in the city. Meet me, oh mama, in the city, and see, everything is so fine. We'll get together now, darling. Oh yes, we will. It goes on, the song goes on to talk about, just basically I'm here, I'm going to be here for you, everything's going to be fine. It's just like that kind of energy, like you've got support, you've got somebody there thinking of you. I feel like some of you, it's either you want to be there for a person or they want to be there for you. Some of you are kind of just like, eh. Or maybe it's the other person, they're just like, eh. But that's what that song is about, is like, everything's going to be fine. I'm here for you, Okay, so let's get into this with the tea leaf fortune cards. What do we have for Aries, please? Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Aries, please. Our wonderful Aries collective. My goodness. Wow. Cards are flying. I'm burning lavender incense right now. For some reason, I feel like that's important to tell you. Four-leaf clover, great good fortune underneath the deck. So that's underlying energy and or what you don't see coming. I feel like it's what you've kind of been working with. Or maybe you had come upon great good fortune. You were lucky there for a minute. Okay, what else do we have for Aries, please? Aries for July. Okay. Doesn't surprise me. Okay, underneath the deck, Axe, forces working against you. So while there's great good fortune, you could still have some forces working against you. And I'm feeling karma. And this is the time for karma. It's, oh wow. That's really interesting. 2024 is an 8 year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. 8s are like the affinity symbol, just, and it's like what comes around goes around. Also, like, fuck around and find out, right? But what goes around comes around. So it's like what you did in the past is now coming to fruition, like the karma. What you do now will come to fruition in the future. So it's like, even if you're having shitty karma now, you have the opportunity to change it. And some karma happens instantly. Some karma takes a while. It just kind of depends on the intentions put behind it. But it is all about intent. So, that I know for sure. Okay, these fell together. I'll put that first since I saw it first, bell at the end. Okay, you guys had a lot that fell. So, the first one is I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. You know, it's really interesting. I've found in my experience that Aries, you have gifts and abilities when it comes to the metaphysical world. There's some of you, many of you that I've met so far that are Aries that, like, you know, are interested in tarot reading, are interested in, you know, in like mediumship and intuitive studies, the metaphysics, that type of thing. I know that for a fact. So then we have hands, and it's like eye, hand. It's, you know, it's like you use those, your eyes, your hands in the metaphysical world. But it says in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Some of you could be getting guidance, like in the metaphysical world, needing help. Maybe, like for some of you, I'm hearing casting spells or doing some type of craft work. For others of you, it's just, you know, you're looking for help, you're looking for assistance. Or somebody may be looking for assistance, you know, for like from you. Then we have crown. Aries, you are the emperor. Honor and respect will come to you. So you may have been in a period where maybe there wasn't a lot of honor and respect coming towards you for something. But it's either that, I mean, just or you'll be gaining more. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. What's funny, I see the crown and then carriage, and I think of, like, you know, back in, you know, like the medieval times, and with the knights and the kings and the queens and the carriages, right, where they would travel in carriage. That's what I'm thinking. So a journey, either physical or mental. You could be going on vacation for some of you. Others of you just could be taking a mental vacation. As far as, you know, just like taking time out, getting some rest and relaxation, some self-care time, right? And reflecting on the past and your past actions and just the journey that it's taken to get from where you were to where you are now, and letting it all sink in. You guys, you know, as emperors, that emperor energy, you're very empowered most of the time, you know, doing and getting what you want, and but it's like go, 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 and you need to take time to rest for yourself, you know, and just relax as well. So the next two are really interesting. The first one we have is, it's Seahorse, Family Matters, and I say this with every time I see this card. It's just a really interesting fact. The role of the male seahorse is very unique. It's like one of only 2 species in the world or something like that, where the male will actually carry the fertilized eggs. Once they've been fertilized in the mother, it's like they go back into the father or something like that. And he births them. And it's crazy. But it's family matters. So this could be dealing with a masculine family member. It could be a father, it could be a brother, it could be a grandfather, which is a father, but you know what I'm saying. Something like that. Brother, son. Alright, then we have tree. Affairs with your family, like the family tree. So there's a lot of family influence going on with this. Then we have ram, which is interesting because you are the Aries, which is like the ram, right? A stubborn, aggressive person. Who could that be, Aries? I'm not saying this is you, but, you know, call a duck, a ram, right? So then bell, announcement. There may be an announcement that's being made. And I actually, there's nothing clarifying that. It's the very last card, but I feel like that's a positive card. So let's hope. Let's get into this with some tarot. All right, what do we have for Aries, please? Higher peace, power, protection, prosperity. For the greater good for Aries. Aries. Okay, so energy going into this is very interesting. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. You could be also dealing with death. This could have been a death in the past or a death more recent. But its growth always means leaving something behind. Now, also when I say death, I mean transformation. And it doesn't mean an actual death. It could mean like transformation of anything. Death of an ego, death of old ways, death of a relationship the way that it used to be. You taking steps to, make it something new. But it's all about transformation, ending a cycle, like necessary change. So, and the thing is like death, it's like death, the death card is about, because of Scorpio energy, control. Scorpios like to be in control, but not so much that it's like every second. They're a water sign, so they are very go with the flow as well. But it's learning how to, when you need to use control, right? Organization, stability, and form. But this is just the underlying energy going into this. I don't know why I talked about it so much. Those could be themes of what you're dealing with. Aries, please. 2 more, okay. I'll take that one upright. The Chariot, because it fell like sideways. And then this one is in reverse. Just heard reverse, reverse. Crisscross. Everybody clap your hands. What is that song? They played at weddings and stuff. Everybody clap your hands. I can't think of it right now. Anyway. And then, okay. Underneath the deck, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so didn't we see, the Great Good Fortune, we saw that earlier. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune. So that's fire energy, your fire sign, Jupiter. And that's the planet of luck. And this is all about like change, chance. Because change, it's a 10 card. 10s are all about endings. But also beginnings, because 1 + 0 = 1. So it's like about completion of cycles, a return, higher levels of success, and true will. Also, it deals with fate, happiness, cycles, destiny, luck, and karma. Wasn't I saying karma earlier? I felt karma had something to do with this. Interesting. So the first card that fell out is the Knight of Pentacles. It's all about taking a methodical approach to be able to achieve your dreams. Pentacles are all about money, coins, finance. So I feel like this is very monetary related. But it's being conservative and methodical, dependable, patient, clever, efficient, and responsible. And Pentacles deals with community groups, energy, communication, and growth. Especially the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So the first card is typically your energy. If this isn't you dealing with another person, I feel like this is more you, but slowest moving knight in the deck. So you could have been very slow, very methodical with something. Maybe almost too slow for some of you, not all of you. And when I say too slow, I just mean like really dragging your feet so that it kind of creates a little bit of controversy. And maybe that's where you are in need of help and assistance or guidance. And maybe potentially having something to do with your family. Anyway, but then, the Chariot comes in. The Chariot is Cancer, water sign energies. And, it's a card... It's a card about investigation, willpower, and finding control. Which is interesting because we saw the Death card earlier and that was about control. You may be searching for ways. You are the Emperor, so you like control. And maybe you feel like you have lost control. So you have success in the face of difficulty, however, with the Chariot card. And it's all about, finding your direction and focus. And what's interesting is focus is a main theme for all signs, for the entire Zodiac collective. According to one of my past readings, and I was talking about it in the very last reading, if you want to go back and watch that, that I did in the series. But focus for the full moon reading is all about for the month of July 2024. But again, whenever you're seeing this, it could still be a theme for you. And then also determination, concentration, triumph, and perseverance. So then we have the Nine of Wands, and that's what the energy was coming in. Or it could also be like how you're just feeling, with the situation. But it's being frustrated, defensive, and anxious. You also could be obstinate because of a delay or some kind of disaster. And that's, that ram, that stubborn, aggressive person. But there will be an announcement. And I feel like this aggressiveness may be coming from like a family matter, or a matter around like a work situation, or just like larger group of people that surrounds you. But like it's all about you having the strength and selflessness and compassion to be able to attain what it is that you're wanting. It's the energy of Sagittarius. You could have strong Sagittarius in your chart somewhere, but that's also fellow fire sign energy for you, Aries. So it's like while you will feel frustrated and defensive, you could even feel anxious and a little bit, stubborn, You can avoid disaster as long as you learn how to go with the flow in order to make these changes. And again, you have that Chariot energy. You have success in the face of difficulty. So as long as I'm hearing more like drop your guard versus holding it up there, or feeling any kind of frustration. It's like it's time to drop your guard, let go of control, right? In order to obtain this Wheel of Fortune. Or maybe for some of you it's letting go of some money, a Wheel of Fortune, because it could be a change for you. But here's the thing. It's like, again, karma. It's the tenfold rule or the threefold rule, whatever you believe in. It's what you put into something, what you put out there, it's what comes back. 3 times or 10 times, depending on what you believe. Especially when again, like I was saying earlier, it's like when there's good intent behind it. Okay, we're going to clarify for Aries. Yeah, this is all about money. So underneath the deck, as we go into this energy, going into it, it's the Ace of Pentacles. That's like, aces are gifts from the universe, but this also talks about the beginning of a new project or a new venture, or like it's like gifting something or giving support or something for something. And it's almost like the Knight of Pentacles here is like almost wanting to deliver this gift too. So you could be like gifting something or giving something to someone. All right, what do we have for the Knight of Pentacles? What's the Knight of Pentacles? Or someone could be gifting something to you. Take it as it resonates. Okay, that's the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, somebody's working hard and diligently. Oh. Okay, what is the 9 of Wands in reverse? What's the 9 of... Okay. It's not bad. Okay. So, I need to kind of speed it up. We still have 2 more oracles to go through. So, we have the 8 of Pentacles clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Tower clarifying the Chariot. And then we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the 9 of Wands in reverse. Underneath the deck, the King of Cups clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. So, Aries, you could be dealing with a King of Cups. You could be the King of Cups. It just depends on who you are, what your situation is. Not everybody's on the same storyline. King of Cups is a masculine king, dominant alpha energy, right? Typically like a father or head of household, or it could be like a boss or a CEO who's just like very loving and compassionate, or in the energy of love and compassion. Also, he's very wise and very intuitive. So, wears his heart on his sleeve, but still a very wise ruler, you know, as far as logic goes. With the 8 of Pentacles, I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to that. And then clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, this also, he could be wealthy, or this could be a situation dealing with wealth, finances, something like that. And the Wheel of Fortune, again, it's all about cycles, endings, and beginnings. It could be in finances. Fire energy, Jupiter, this is your energy, though. I feel like, you know, it's a completion of something. Higher levels of success in some type of venture. Now, it could be dealing with somebody who works very hard at their craft, and it's been a very slow process. But now there's some kind of a tower situation. It's not a bad one, though, because this is surrounded by fairly positive cards here. And this tower situation, what I love about tower so much, and I'm Scorpio, the tower is a scorpionic card, because when the tower falls, you, in order for it to be rebuilt again, like, you have the opportunity to rebuild it again from its foundation, from a new foundation, stronger and steadier and sturdier than ever, right? But in order for something to be completely built from the ground up, the first one needs to fall, right? Once that's happened, and it's funny because it's clarifying that Chariot card, which is all about having success in the face of difficulty. Once this tower situation happens, while you may feel a little frustrated or defensive or anxious after this has happened, it begins this beautiful new Ace of Cups situation, which is a beautiful new beginning, a beautiful new relationship, a beautiful new romance even, right? It just kind of depends on your situation. I actually think your situation is more like affairs with your family. So, but it's like going to be turning a new leaf, starting a new chapter. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to move on. You know what, let me move this down here. I might have more room that way. Sorry, I just realized. I'm like, you know what? I might have more room if I do it this way. Okay. So we've got Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Also, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio again. Aries. Underneath the deck, we have Numanomo, change. So there is change taking place, and I see that. I definitely see that. Big change taking place. Transformation, right? That's what this is all about. I believe this to be a Pisces energy. Top of the deck, Gateway Vision. So there's an angel here. You could have an angel watching over you. Somebody could be being met at the gateway. Like we saw that death card earlier. So you could be dealing with the death which also talks about change. Could be changes taking place, but this could have taken place in the past. Let me read these really quickly, or at least find the Cliff's Notes version. Okay, seriously, where is the... Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So Numonomo is on page 123, which 1, 2, 3 means you're on the right path. Okay, so the Numonomo is the chameleon of the culture suit. As culture changes, we change. As we progress through life from adolescents to full-grown adults, it may feel like we're battling ourselves or our programs. So the Numonomo card appears when the conditioning that you have been inputting into your operating system is no longer compatible. This is a call for you to wrap yourself around what you think you know and what may have been instilled in you as default by your parents, grandparents, and even possibly your friends, exes, and a society as a whole. Small mushrooms gather around Numonomo, and in the background of the card as a reminder to connect to the entire network of beings on the planet. It's talking about being intertwined and interconnected. Our connections to others are intertwined more than you know. So then, let's see, gateway. 109. Yeah, so there is big change taking place. And it has to do with the interconnection of other people, the interconnection of society. Okay, so many of our spirit guides are the animals that made soul contracts with us. Animals, especially dogs, live with unfiltered joy. So that you may have a dog, or could have had a dog or an animal that was significant to you, that brought you joy. And it's like, this is why they ascend faster than humans. They radiate and integrate the highest frequencies on the planet. At the heart, a heart at the center of the card reminds you to live with your heart wide open, like the gates which, along with a small crystal skull, sit engulfed in orange flame, sharing the message of grace. This card can help create visions when held to your third eye, along with creating happiness. So, expect miracles, attract miracles, accept miracles is the theme for this card. So, new thought pattern. I remember the divine spark within my mind and spirit. I am always connected. So funny, this ends with saying I am always connected, and the Numonomo talks about change, but it also talks about being interconnected. So that's the lesson. Remember that you are always interconnected with another, which opens you up for being more compassionate, which is what the King of Cups is all about, ruling with compassion, being way more compassionate. There could have been a lot of competition in the past and maybe some thievery, like competition between, could be 5 or more, doesn't have to be, but between family members, company, businesses, departments, or something like that, right? And somebody walked away. It could be children, friends, but somebody walked away. A younger energy, younger person. Independent, feminine energy could be Scorpio with that death and rebirth card again. That's just for some of you. Let's keep going. Because we're already at 29. Wait. Okay. I wanted this to be shorter, but we went into a lot of detail, and you had a lot of initial fortune cards. What do we have for Aries? It's interesting. I've been dragging my feet with doing this next set of readings And it's like there's a lot of information coming out of this. So maybe it was just, you know, preparing me for this reading to do that. So Aries, you are a fire sign, and underneath the deck we've got this energy. Fire. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this as top, because underneath the deck, because I always use the words as underneath, is phone. So underlying energy, when the phone rings in your dream, you may be receiving a call to improve communication with others or the voice of your intuition. It could be like a call for help, an emergency call. But also it could just be you like texting somebody, right? If someone rang you in your dream, consider returning the call today, or if the caller is deceased, or if it is inappropriate to reconnect, dial up their memory and communicate what needs saying through a symbolic action, journaling, prayer, or art. Yeah, just use your intuition. What else can you do to get your message across? It's like Spirit saying, you know, communicate something, or maybe you already have communicated something, because this is bottom of the deck, and so it's like the energy that you're dealing with. But then we've got fire. You are a fire sign, so we need fire to cook our food, to keep us warm and light our way to night, or at night. Our inner fire fuels our passions and our rages, and fire rituals purify the soul. But flames can also level a building or burn our skin. Likewise, fire shows up in our dreams in countless and contradictory guises. Your fire dream might mean that it's time to reignite your passion for a person, hobby, your work, or a cause. A nice warm fire with friends might be sparking your desire to engage with something meaningful. Or perhaps you're dealing with smoldering anger or burning up with jealousy. As the world is increasingly impacted by uncontained blazes, fiery dreams are occurring more frequently in response to collective concerns. Check to see if your dream is fueled by anxiety, fear, or anger at the devastation caused by massive wildfires or the heating planet. Is your dream sounding the alarm to make a commitment to join efforts to cool things off? That could be in a family situation, like what we're talking about here, where there's somebody who's like more of a stubborn, aggressive person. You know, they're saying like, what ways can you like alleviate things? How can you cool off? Today, rekindle your passion for personal growth or global healing, or personal healing, you know, within a relationship with the fire energy. Somebody could be traveling, because travel is the next one, or maybe thinking of travel. And then after that is extraordinary dreams. And this also talks about travel. It's just like going and doing it, right? But phone card. We've got the fire card and the phone card underneath the deck. So you could have sent a message, or, you know, be in some kind of like a passionate exchange. But all in all, what that does is creates a transformation. And it's going to be a good transformation with the Ace of Cups coming out of it. But somebody just needs to let down their guard. And I feel like this is you, Aries. I do feel like it's you. And that change could be coming in quickly. So that's what I've got for you. If this brings you clarity, insight, or answers, please make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. And as you know, it's together we grow. I always appreciate sharing this time and energy together. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I've got all of my information in the description below this video. Also, check out a special offer I've got going on with Coco Love Water. If you put in Cannastrologer 15, you'll get 15% off of your next order. You guys, this stuff is like the bee's knees. No kidding. I know the owner. It's 100% from source coconut water. They send it straight into the can, you know, bottle it up, send it to you. It's so good. No additives, straight from the coconut. But 15% off. All of that information is in the description below this video as well. So you guys have a fantastic end of the month, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.